Hi, so in this session we are going to discuss about protected members. Okay, so we have discussed about public and private members already, but this is an important concept of protected members. So in Python, protected members are just like public members. There is no difference as such, and it is declared through single underscore. So private variables are double underscores, protected members are declared through single underscore, and it has been assumed that it should be used by in the concept of subclasses, like in case of inheritance. Okay, so what underscore does is, like, you have a private variable here max speed, let's make it protected. So everywhere it should be protected, use like protected. Now you were using super.print here, let's say for now I'm not calling this, I am accessing through this. So private variables are not accessible outside the class. Okay, public variables are available everywhere. Protected members, if you try to run this self dot underscore max speed, if it was private, I was not able to access that because it was outside the class. But for protected members, let's try to run this and we are able to access the max speed variable. Okay, so there is no such restriction. Similarly, you can do like, if you have used this v is equal to vehicle, let's comment out this v is equal to vehicle red and 18. So red is the color and max speed is 18. We are calling v dot print. So I will be able to access this. I can also use v dot underscore max speed is equal to 19, and I will print v dot, and I will call v dot print again. Okay, let's say this, I am printing like this here. So I am changing the v dot underscore max speed like this. So I will be able to do that. So there is no constraint that I can not do outside the class, or I can only use in subclasses. There is no concept as such. It is just like a public variable. It just Python thinks programmers are sensible. So it has named protected members with a single underscore, that if anybody who is inheriting from my class, if anybody is using a variable with underscore, he or she should know that I should not try to modify it, as well as I should try to access it as minimum as I can. Okay, so I should not access it, only in the urgency case I should access it, and I should never modify it. Okay, because Python thinks programmers are sensible. Let's do not constrain that this variable cannot be modified or anything. Your access, that is not a fault of language, that is a fault of your logic, that if any subclass is changing your variable, then there is a problem in your code. So it gives you a functionality called underscore, so that you are able to differentiate between a protected member and a public member. Public members means you are allowed to do anything, but protected members means you are inheriting from my class, you are using my class variables, please try not to modify it. Okay, there is a concept of please, there is not any concept of that you cannot do it. It's just Python thinks programmers sensible, so that's why we are using underscore for that. Okay, so it's just like a private variable, just like a public variable, just it gives you that you are using a single underscore, so that who or she is using it should know that I should not modify it and I should access it as minimum as I can. Okay, great, thank you.